start reading the menu of the massages that this particular spa offers, and the one that just really resonated with me, I actually wrote the literal definition or description of this massage in my Bible, and y'all see why in just a minute since our theme is risk. But this is verbatim the description of the massage I signed up for. It's called the 4 Hands, 1 Heart massage, and here's how it's described in the brochure. 2 therapists work in unison on your body. You will lose track of where you are. Mental chatter will disappear. It is an extraordinary, over-the-top experience. And I thought, I need me some of that. I mean, I am so willing. It's been a hard season. I am willing to pay the equivalence of a mortgage payment for a massage. And usually I get my massages on Groupon for like $39. And I thought, I'm willing to pay a lot of money for this massage to have 2 people rub on me at the same time. So my friends went off for their facial, and I was so excited about my massage that I didn't even sit down in the reception area. I'm just kind of shifting my weight from one foot to the other. I'm so excited. I'm there in my little rental robe, you know, in my squishy sandals, just waiting for my massage. I'm thinking, this is going to be the bomb. This is going to be amazing. And sure enough, after a few minutes, this tiny little therapist, she was obviously gluten-free, she comes walking into the reception area, and she says, are you Miss Harper? And I said, I am. And she said, namaste. And I said, well, you have a nice day too. And she said, if you will follow me, I'm going to take you to your private yurt. You know, it's just a fancy tent. I'm going to take you to your private yurt where the massage will take place. And I said, okay, that's cool. So we start walking up this gorgeous stone path. The sun is setting in the mountains. We're in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. And as we're walking up this path, she kind of leans over and says in a whisper, do you have any hot spots or danger zones we should be concerned about? And I wasn't exactly sure how to respond to her. And so I said, well, you know, I haven't had a good date in a long time, so I'm not positive. I said, but I had surgery on my lower back right here, so my lower back's a little tricky. Now, I can tell you how she responded to that verbatim. I will never forget what she said or how she said it for the rest of my life. Here's how she responded. Oh, not to worry. This is actually more of a dance than a massage. Now, y'all, I'm just telling you, if you ever pay a lot of money for a massage and some chick tells you it's more of a dance, you need to raise some questions. You need to go, what exactly do you mean by the word dance? Like, do I have to get in the dance skin? I mean, let's process this a little further, but I didn't. I was just so excited about being rubbed on by 2 people that I just trotted along like a chunky lamb to the slaughter. And we get to the door of the yurt, she opens it up, and when she opened it up, I was a little surprised because I was expecting one of those low massage tables, you know, the ones with the padded pleather tops. I thought that's what they were going to massage me on, but it wasn't one of those low massage tables. It was a very high stainless steel table, about that thick, about that wide. Do y'all watch CSI? Have y'all ever seen CSI? Well, it was exactly like the autopsy table in CSI. And she says, you know, Tiny Perky says, if you will please disrobe completely and lie face down on the table, we will come back for the massage. And I grew up Baptist, so I'm very submissive. I did exactly what she said. I got face down on the table, and I didn't see her walk back in, but I heard her, you know, because I'm lying face down on the table now. It was a very cold table. And she comes walking back in the yurt with another therapist, and she bends down and whispers in my ear, this massage is going to require more oil than normal. So we are now going to coat you with warm oil. Please do not be alarmed. Y'all, I've never felt so much alarm shooting through my mind in my whole life. But, you know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and so I still couldn't verbalize an objection. And before I knew it, she had grabbed me by the wrist, another therapist had grabbed me by the ankles, and somebody flipped on some New Age music, and they just began to slide me through the oil. And at one point, I was perpendicular over the table, and my eyes were so wide, I thought, I'm going to need Botox next. And I thought to myself, you know, they were right. This is extraordinary, you know, in an unconventional kind of way. But whoever wrote the copy in the brochure about this being relaxing lied. They just flat lie. There's nothing about this that is relaxing when you are perpendicular, naked, over a stainless steel autopsy table. It was horrible. Now, y'all, the book of Acts, I know some of you are thinking, I thought this was a Bible study we come to. The book of Acts is kind of like that 4 hands, 1 heart massage, and here's why. It is not at all relaxing.